Hello everyone, and I am back for episode 18 of Dimos' Minecraft Let's Play. I'm back from my trip, and I'm just ready to jump right in. I have some good news. I figured out how to fix that problem with the logistics pipe over here not working. I also have some bad news. I completely caused a problem that I didn't need to cause. So, it turns out that, hey, I don't know why I thought it, that logistics pipes were somehow acting up with teleport pipes, but hey, they're not. So, I'm gonna just take up all these pipes, probably leave the tunnel here, just, I don't know, don't want to fill it back up, but just gonna take out this, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got a significant amount of pipes, now just back up. We'll need a supplier. So for this, we're gonna need just some basics and some stones. Might as well just carry those. And our supplier. Got my wrench. Anything else I need? Not that I know of. Okay. So now I'm gonna build probably one of the most expensive pipes in Buildcraft. For this, we're gonna need 2 gold gears, and we're gonna need to upgrade them to diamond gears. So that's going to be 8 of those. We're back down to 3... How many? Not many diamonds. And for these next few builds I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to need more diamonds, so I'm going to have to go mining. Just going to place these like that. 2 diamond gears. And we're also going to need a piece of glass. And following the design like almost every single type of pipe. And let me just clean out this bag a bit. You can go in here. Yeah, well. I'll need to clean out that bag at some point. Oh well. So if you go in here, put your diamond gears on the side and glass in the middle, you get the item teleport pipe. Now these are pretty cool. You have them. You can attach them just like that. And pretty much what they'll do is they'll act as a pipe network through these. If you right click them, kind of like the wireless redstone, you can set names and you have to set the frequency that it goes to. At frequency 0, there's one connected pipe, because this one's also on frequency 0. You can set it if it can receive items, so this way it's a one-way teleport through. But if it's false, the connection is severed, but now it only runs this way, since that one's connected to true. So there's a few things you need to know when you're working with these with logistics pipes, is that both ends need to be set to receiving true for them to communicate properly. And you're going to want each of these on a logistics pipe because it counts as an intersection. And if we right click these and click receiving to true on both of them, now the signal can go through both of them and they're happy because they connect to each other. But don't put more than one thing on the same frequency, because now technically these 3 pipes are one intersection. And since you have an intersection of more than 2 pipes, bad things happen and it doesn't know where to go. So keep only 2 logistics pipes on any one frequency. Or I mean 2 teleport pipes on any one frequency. Okay. So now we got that, we're going to want to head down here. And just somewhere here, where's a logistics pipe we can pop this on. Eventually we're going to want like a teleport hub for all our logistics pipes, but I'm just going to pop it right there. Right near our supply chests. And we're going to call this frequency 1, and we're going to call it, I don't know, peat bog add. So now, frequency 1, we know goes for peat bog. I'll be back when I'm over at the peat bog. Okay, over here now. Remember how we had the few pipes here, just so we can get it over here? Yeah, we don't need these anymore. And I'm going to fill up this whole bit. Hey, piggy. Die. Hehehe, got your pork. And I'm a cruel person. I know. Getting a lot of peat build up here. And And you're continuing to run fine. And you have a good amount, but we're now losing power since we're doing that. And since we're really not going, we keep there. And we're out of bog earth and such. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to put our supplier pipe right here. I don't want that touching. Alright. Supplier pipe right. Don't like that there either. I'm going to remove this chest. And, ooh, I fell. And you, I'll just take all the stuff out of you. And that dirt I don't need. Into my bag. Okay. I don't like the dark, so I'm going to go sleep through the night, so I'm not... You can actually see on YouTube. Where's my portal gun? Oh, it's in my inventory. Hehehe. And good night. Alright, back here, and falling into water, we're going to put on our peat bog here a supplier pipe for bog earth. But I forgot to grab bog earth. Great. Alright, we're going to put a teleport pipe right here. And we're going to say on frequency 1, receiving true. I don't think I set the other one to receiving true, so I'll be back. And I also need to grab some bog earth. Eventually I'm going to want to make a direct line of stuff for that. Does this have a default route for bog earth? I don't think I gave it one. So I'm going to have to give it a place to go in case it doesn't. So just give us 8 bog earth. Quest successful. All the stuff goes in. We fill it up with water. It comes out, and we get our bog earth. Such a cool system. And then on this pipe, you don't even need a wrench for this, receiving true. Gotta love the portal gun. Okay. Now we got this going. On the supplier logistics pipes, I want to be able to hop down there so I can see it going. We're going to want to keep, let's say, no. Can never remember how this works. Is it control? No. Let's just keep, say, half a stack of bog earth at all times. And let's hop down here and see. Yep, everything's moving around. It's successfully requesting all the items we need. And it should be crafting up the bog earth. Very neat. Now let's give it a default route for the bog earth to go, in case we can't do it all. Bog earth, default, you go to the forestry chest. That seems fine. And with that, this will always keep this supplied with the bog earth that we need. I'm going to put you over there, so I don't accidentally fall into you. So now, we need a place for it to go. Oh, and you see now, it's also spitting out the dirt that it receives into the system, which should get sorted out. Let me double check it is. Yeah, because once it hits the logistics pipe, it should be fine. And now, when this ejects its stuff, we should just put a basic logistics pipe right here, so the peat will go out there, and get spit out into, oh, this goes to the default route now, but we also want it to go into the forestry chest. So now with that, we have a fully automated peat bog system. Except we need to keep the wax and other stuff maintained, but otherwise, it is good. And we just have a few pipes here, right here. I might want to move these to underneath just so it looks better, but I'll probably do that later. And speaking of looks better, let's check how this is going. Ah, it's been expanding down here. Let's grab some of this stuff. We're going to take this one and take this right there. And we're just going to move you right there. And then I also take two more. Put you at the other end here. And we'll slowly start to manufacture more and more mossy cobble. And see, oh, it already grew. Very neat system here. Okay, I'll leave it to there, and we'll continue our production of mossy cobblestone. In the meantime, we can start putting it up around here. I like that look. Okay. So that's looking good. Our peat bog's working fine. Electrical engine. Where'd the upgrade go? Did I break the electrical engine at some point? I don't think I did. Don't know. I'll have to put that in there later. Because I know I put it there. Okay. Eventually also I'm going to put these up so the peat fired engines automatically run. But next thing I want to do, I'll be right back. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is start on like some automatic mining. And with that, we're going to use Buildcraft. Eventually we might do a more complicated thing, but for this time, we're going to use Buildcraft. And we need the item called the Quarry. Requires 11 diamonds, so very expensive. But let's just get all things. So we need, what? We'll need 2 gold, so 4 gold gears, 3 iron, also some diamond pickaxe, and some redstone. I think I have some redstone in here. Yes, I did. And 3 diamonds. Definitely starting to use a lot more expensive materials. And diamond pickaxe. Oh. Yep, also need 8 more diamonds. Definitely want to go mining for some more diamonds pretty soon here. Gold gears, iron gears, and the quarry. Very powerful item, and fairly useful. But we'll get its EMC value well over. So we're also going to need 3 redstone torches. And if you take a redstone torch and put lapis on it, you get something in Buildcraft called a landmark. These are very neat, and they'll use to pretty much like plot out where you're going to be building. Or, in this case, quarrying, if that's a word. So where do we want to quarry? I'll be back when I find somewhere. So now my base is over there, and over here looks like not a bad spot to build our quarry. Just in this like field area. Destroy all these sheep's homes. Got a few beehives here, but that actually doesn't matter. They'll actually pick up the bees themselves and put them through. Okay, and I was using my 7D boots to look around. So we're going to put down our landmarks and mark out an area. Ding! So let's put one corner right over here. Maybe a little bit of light. The next corner a ways down. We're not going to make a huge quarry to begin with. And if you right-click them, you'll see, hey, it'll make this cool little line here that will connect them. And the last one, we're going to move over here. And if you apply a redstone signal to one of your landmarks, it will actually tell you where it can go. So that will just help us guide where we need to put the next one. So if we just dig down, I'm thinking about here or so. Oh, there you are. I just fell down. Get myself out of this hole. And the last landmark right there. Okay, we can turn off you. And now we have a rectangle here that designates the area of the quarry. Now we're just going to put our quarry down right here. Nope, nope. You have to put it adjacent to one of your landmarks. And, hey, now it chose this area to mine out. And your landmarks pop up so you can reuse them, which is nice. And all this top layer stuff, and like that is above the quarry, it will mine out automatically. And third landmark here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is apply this thing with power. And we made a peat bog, so let's use peat-fired engines. I'm going to steal my 2 that I have over there for now. I'm thinking total 4. So that will give us 4 EU per tick, which isn't bad. It's not the best, but preferably it can take up to like I think 15 EU per tick, but we don't have quite that amount. So I'll be back once I have everything I need. So for this, we're gonna need a few channels. Actually just one, I believe. We need an item teleport pipe right here. And we're gonna set this to frequency 2. And we'll call this quarry. Receiving true. Oh. Quarry add. So now there's nothing on that end. But what we need to do is say, ooh, can we do that? Yeah, we can. We can just go with 1. We can be meager with this. So let's go steal our peat-fire engines. And this is probably going to get jammed at some point and not get any more peat bog because it will run out of beeswax. But that is alright. It's not that bad. And it converts. But it's working. That's what matters. And we're going to pick up some of these. And their levers. We'll also probably need some of you. Don't worry, I'll build out this room a bit later. But probably will not get into a lot of that other building until we move away from like peat-based generation of power. I don't remember the exact number that a peat bog could control, the peat bog farm that we have could maintain, so I'll have to look that up. But it's a good number of peat-fired engines that we can control with our system here. And we're also going to need a few more of these peat-fired engines, which I forgot how to make them. Copper. And we're going to be making a lot of these, so let's go ahead and teach it how to make copper cable. Why'd I ask for 2 stone gears? Oh well. If we look in our bag here, I think I already had a crafting logistics pipe. Yes, I did. And we're going to need 8 copper. We're just going to plop the automatic crafting table right here, like we always do. I'm going to say stone gear plus copper ingots equals copper gear. And we'll teach you. Gotta love the Philosopher's Stone. Now give us one more copper gear. Thank you. We're also going to need a piston. Where are you? Piston. And 3 copper bars. Okay. And finally, we're going to need about 6 more lapis because we need to make 3 more supplier pipes. We're also going to take some peat. And we're going to say we're going to keep about 10 peat in each at all times. That seems about reasonable. And we're not going to worry about emptying the ash out. So I'll go back over to my quarry and I'll be back. Okay, got one of these teleport tethers over here. Just going to make sure that these chunks stay loaded. And heck, this thing's kind of ugly, so I'm not going to bother with keeping the chunk loader hidden. So we have our quarry here. Doesn't have an interface. But anything it mines, it will automatically pick up and spit out. So we're going to need to put it somewhere that it will go here. So I'm thinking I'm going to dig in. Do I want to do that? Yeah. I'm going to dig into the ground here. I'm going to put my peat-fired engines just like that. I think I have some more wooden pipes here. Yeah. And just going to take our wooden conductive and plop these on top for wrench reoriented. And for our golden conductive, we're going to do a bit of tight wiring. And we'll put you right back. So this will get us them all powered. Down here, we're going to want to say, first off, upgrade these 2 suppliers. And plop them down like that. Take our wrench, and we'll say, keep 10, and keep 10. Have a stone transport pipe here, so we'll eject the items, and it'll hit the logistics pipe, and it'll know where to go in the network. Put our iron teleport pipe right here. Set it to quarry, receiving true. And you see the peat bog, the peat. It's not peat bog anymore, it's real peat. Fill in to the correct slot, and we're good to go. Gonna put some... Oops, not you. I want my bag. Red alloy wire down. Oops, need one more piece. Where is it? There it is. And they start to run. And you see this little robot here? It's running on red, which means it's not getting... Okay, now it's yellow. So it's not getting that much power. But it's now going to start removing all the area. And we'll start building a quarry frame once it clears out that. It should be ejecting the items, I think. Maybe these items don't get things. I'll be back once it starts getting ready a bit more. Just helping you get started along here, so you can actually start building the thing. I love the Destruction Catalyst. Such a fun toy. But I hear an EE3 it might get nerfed, which will be sad. Although EE3 is exciting. Looking forward to that. And also the first teaser trailer for Thaumcraft 3 recently came out. Look at Azanor's channel for that. If I remember, I'll put a link for it. I'll probably not. I'll probably forget. So now, that looks done. So now, it's going to go over here, and it's going to start building up this quarry frame, which will pretty much just be a frame. That will... And after that, an arm will lower, and it will do. I'm going to sleep through the night and be back. Okay, back here in the morning, and this is continuing to build up the frame. These are doing a good... Oops, don't want to do that. These are doing a good job, and they'll go through their peat. I think our only thing that I'm going to need to get done for the peat-fired engines at this point is automatic production of sand. I'm not sure exactly how I should do that, since this won't be getting that much sand. I have an idea of how to do it, though. It will be require a little crafting, and I think it might actually be a pretty cool system to convert dirt into sand. And then there is... something's wrong. Oh, and it's done. And also then automation of bees. But actually that is pretty easy. And our thing is going here. And it'll start scooping up everything. And the dirt is getting sent down there, where it'll then go back to our logistics network. And get sorted through the system. And when it hits ores, it'll sort the ores correctly and get a mass rate and everything. And this will just get us a good amount of materials. Cool. If you have more power to it, it will run faster, but we don't have that much power on it right now. Let's make sure everything's loaded. The back of the quarry doesn't seem to be loading, so I'm going to move this teleport tether. This is something we really want to keep loaded so it keeps getting us stuff. Now are you good? Yeah, you're happy. Okay. So, just let this run for a bit. And that will give us a good amount of stuff. Let's go see it going through our system. Down here, do you see this pipe? That's a quarry pipe, right? Stuff should be heading through it. Yep, see? A flower just went through it. Probably picked up a flower and it doesn't know what to do with it. Roses. Go in here. It's kind of slow right now since it's probably going back and forth between where it needs to go. So, 1 minute. So, now that it's consistently picking up items, everything gets sorted into the appropriate thing. And this chest is quickly getting full. So, soon, probably in a later episode, maybe even next episode, I'm going to have to come up with a system to get rid of any items that we need, don't need. And let me check the time. It's pushing a bit, but I think we have it's alright for this first part, for at least a stopgap measure for getting everything ready. If we pop up here, not that one, this one, we have our lovely relay right here. And if you recall, you can burn up items in it directly into EMC. So what we need to do is we need to run a pipe right here to get rid of any items that don't fit in here. In logistics pipes, there's different priorities of items, like item sinks are one, default route is fairly low, I think it's the lowest. Item sinks are higher, requests, logistics pipes, and crafting logistics pipes are highest priority, and stuff like that. But when it can't do anything like that, there's one between default route and the item sink. Because right now, if this chest was to fill up with dirt, it would just start to clog up this chest here. which we might want to upgrade at some point. But what we're going to do is we're going to have something called the terminus module. This is a step between default route and item sync. We're going to build a chassis Mark 1. And then let's look up the module we need. The terminus module. Need some purple dye and some ink sacs. Purple dye is lapis and rose red. I can handle that. And some lapis. Might as well grab 2 since we're going to need more purple dye eventually. And then purple dye, you don't need you. And then 2 ink sacs. Okay. One of those blank modules, which will need 6 pieces of paper. Lazy me. And, as always, a gold nugget. Okay, you there, you there. I think it was an iron gear that we need. Yes. And finally, an iron gear. Dum-de-doo. There you go. Ink sacs, purple dye, blank module, redstone. Finally, the iron gear gives us the terminus module. We're also going to need to select which items to terminate. So what are we going to get a lot of? We're going to probably want to terminate dirt, gravel, and let's say just cobble. That sounds good. Might do marble eventually, but it's not a problem yet. So we plop down our logistics chassis Mark 1. Rare that you'll use these, just because only there's like a few items that you need. Only for like, if you really needed like an item sync, you just go with the basic logistics pipe. So you wouldn't use a Mark 1 for that. That one's like if you need multiple pipes on one thing. So you want to terminate gravel, dirt, and cobble. So those things fill up, they'll go to that route, get burned up into precious EMC. And we'll connect it with just snow transfer wires like that. And with that, I think this is a pretty good wrapping up point for episode 18 of Dimos' Minecraft Let's Play. Got a lot done, got our peat bog fixed, got the quarry up and running, got terminus module going, and yeah, overall very productive episode. And start getting a lot of resources in here now. Looks like we got some coal there that we picked up. And we'll just continue to get resources, better resources, the longer it runs as it goes down. But there is one more thing I want to do here, is I want to grab my water bucket, and just right over here, gonna make a little kind of like area that the water is just gonna run down, and go here. This way, if our quarry encounters any lava, it will it'll turn into obsidian, and we can pick up the obsidian, because lava will typically break your quarry out. That's why here. I've never really tested it, and it's kind of neat to just get like a large amount of obsidian. So, with that, I think I'm going to have to sign off, and I'll see y'all later. This has been Dimos.